The Ultimate Pickleball League, the UPL. This is the Ultimate Pickleball League Podcast, a gateway to this incredible league, hosted by Mickle Moore. Discover the stories, travel inside with the amazing people that make it all work. Sit back, grab some popcorn. Welcome to the Ultimate Pickleball League. All right, here we are on the Ultimate Pickleball Podcast, Ultimate Pickleball League Podcast, and I am here today with both Nate and Cameron, Cam, from Gravity Force Sports. I'm super excited to be here. The timing, I think, is pretty good given what you guys have going on, but I'm going to let you guys do all the talking about that. I think a great place to start is how this all did start. Gravity Force, if my crack research team is correct, about 8 years old. Cam, I know you've been doing fitness, nutrition stuff for much longer than that. So I'm going to go to Nate. How did you guys get together?
Awesome. So I moved here from Seattle, Washington. I linked up with Cameron. We live in the same community, and we do a lot of similar outdoor activities such as hiking, working out, biking, you name it. We do it if it has to do with exercising. So he told me about Gravity Force and how the pandemic kind of, put a wrench into the plans as far as, taking it to the next level. But at the time, he had some samples, which I tried. And when I tried it, I was like, you know what, Cameron, you're onto something. You are definitely onto something. I've tried probably 40 plus pre-supplement or pre-workout supplements. Back when I lived in Seattle, Washington, I had my sister-in-law worked at a place called Super Supplements, and I used to get pretty good discounts on various supplements. And pre-workout was always the one that I was always trying to figure out, like, which one's going to work for me without any jitters, without any of the side effects or the crash, etc. So when I tried, the Gravity Force Sports Nutrition, the pre-workout was just, it was just amazing. I mean, everything from the taste to the sustainable energy to the no crash. I mean, everything crossed. It definitely checked off every single box what I was looking for. And at that time, I was talking to Cam and said, hey, it would be awesome if I could be part of this because, this is something that I could definitely get behind. This is something amazing that could take things to the next level and take over the valley, take over Arizona, take over the nation. And, you know, I, I, I just wanted to say thanks to Cam for giving me the opportunity to, be part of something special and also being a co-founder as well. It's an honor to be part of something special like this, and I'm definitely looking forward to what's
Fantastic. And so now, Cam, let's go way back a little bit. So it sounds like from the first meeting, you'd been working on this specifically. But, your background in physical therapy, your background in fitness goes before this whole idea of Gravity Force came. And it sounds like we were derailed a little pandemic. So I'll hand you the baton, run with this thing a little while. Take me back even before the idea for Gravity Force, your experience, what led you to thinking, you know what, I can do this and I'm going to go for it. It's a competitive space.
It is a very competitive space, and to kind of take you back to the beginning of all this, I'm a triathlete, and kind of like Nate, I've tried just about every supplement out there, every pre-workout, and I found myself, in order to get my training in, I was getting up at 3 in the morning, 2 to 3 days a week, just to run 6 to 8 miles before I went to work. And so I just couldn't find the right product that was going to get me out of bed and get me motivated so I can do my training and so that I can, deal with the kids and their sporting activities and also work. So that's kind of where the idea came from. I wanted to make something that suited my needs and that was as clean as possible, didn't have all of the junk that they put into most pre-workouts. So that's kind of where the idea came from, is just my selfish needs. I was making something that I wanted, um, that I could benefit from, and kind of the rest is history. I got into formulation, talking with people. It took me a year to date of just research and sourcing manufacturers and just going through the whole process because I didn't know where to start. There's no manuscript to this, and it was
And
just
how
me
do you
fumbling
start?
around
I
on the
mean,
internet. That's
I mean,
as I look back, I don't know
great
how I
point.
started. I just,
I mean, the
you
best
know,
things come right from the heart and things that might be a little selfish, right? And as an athlete, as somebody who works out, I think you hit some of the things right on the head. It's like, hey, I want to get a good workout in. I have a whole day ahead of me. It's not like this is my only thing to do during the day. And even somebody who's not, quote
right,
unquote, a gym rat, if you can believe it, I don't live in the gym. I do know that, pre workouts have become integral to just about anyone who is trying to stay better, stay in better shape, manage themselves in a healthy way throughout their day, like you said. Yet, I think Nate hit on a lot of the things too. How does it taste? Does it bring you down? Does it work for you? And certainly going through a formulation and having that experience, those things are all important. Again, I'm fascinated by the whole thing, and we're still ready to launch the official product. How close are we to that? I know it's coming pretty soon.
so we're
We
days away. We're days away. We just spoke with our manufacturer yesterday. Our products are sitting on the storeroom floor, waiting for the carrier to pick them up and send them our way. So we're literally days away from officially launching or relaunching this product. Nate's come in. He's worked really hard to kind of help get things rolling and put the train back on the tracks. And it's been a great motivator for me. He literally pulled me off the couch because multiple instances I was kind of done with it or just it was an afterthought. So he was really vital in helping kind of spur this thing and get it moving in the right way. So we're kind of at that point. We're literally days away from, and I think this product is a better product than the first generation or even the second generation. So I think we're going to turn a lot of heads in this industry. We're going to make a lot of moves and we're going to move a lot of people out of the way.
Love it. I love the attitude. I love where we're coming. I mean, great social media campaign, by the way, also. So kudos to that. And that's so important in today's landscape, regardless of product, but especially with what you're doing. And so I really appreciate that out there. I see it out on the socials. And now a step little forward, Gravity Force Pickleball. Let's talk about how your product and eventually more products that are coming out can be so beneficial to the folks that are playing this little game called pickleball and Ultimate Pickleball League. How'd we get to this point?
I'll let Cam go ahead and take this one because of Cam, he is the one that pretty much got everything started. Kudos to Cam on this. Definitely the one that got everything going on that one. So I'll let you take this one for sure, Cam.
So, not to toot my own whistle here, but, I'm kind of a forward thinker. And, being in the field of physical therapy, I noticed there was kind of an uptick of pickleball patients coming in. um,
Just a
so
few.
So just a few, right? And so I was like, what is it with this pickleball thing? Why are people so madly in love with it, crazy about pickleball? And that's the first thing they come in, they want to say that they say is they can't wait to get back into pickleball. They can't wait to get healthy. So I kind of looked into it, spoke with Charles about it, and the rest is kind of history. He was like, you know what? I think you've got a good thing going. We've got a good thing going. Let's merge the two industries and see if we can kind of intertwine our worlds and kind of uplift each other and push each other forward in the direction that our industry and the pickleball industry is trying to go in. And so I just love the idea. I love the UPL idea. I think it's an amazing avenue for people that love the sport and that might want to be a little bit more serious about it. I think it's phenomenal. I'm super excited. I know Charles thinks about it all day, every day, and so do I. I wake up and I'm thinking about pickleball. I'm thinking about Gravity Force, and I'm thinking about, all right, what's the next
Yeah.
step? What's the next avenue?
Well, and we mentioned earlier, the timing of everything and more social posts today, lots of excitement of the upcoming El Paso event. And you guys are going to be out there. We're going to have product available. I think I don't want to speak too soon, but it sounds like people are going to be able to try this. And what's great is for the entire Pickleverse to start seeing this product, hearing how it's working for people, staying in shape, helping them for this game. And of course, it's going to help people in other sports as well. And I keep saying sport because people, guess what? Folks who are serious about pickleball, the players that play in this league, you were out at the exhibition, Cam, Nate. I don't think you made it out there a couple weekends ago, or if you did, I didn't see you, but I did run into Cam. They're out there, they're playing hard. These players are in shape from young to not so young to in between young and not so young, regardless of if it's a guy or a gal. And so they're going to need these products, good products to help them. They're in the gym, they're running, they do all sorts of things. So again, merging with pickleball, this tier sport, fringe sport that I think is really going to continue to only elevate itself is great. And you see it on the one side, people who have to just rehab themselves to get back on the court. And the reason is because they do love it,
Right.
and jump out there and want to try to be so great or hit all these shots. You have to remember it is a sport. You got to stretch before you play. You got to hydrate while you play, and you need to do things before and after to keep playing, especially if you do want to maybe play at that higher level. And that's what the Ultimate Pickleball League is all about. This is so great. I'm here with Nate. I'm here with Cam from Gravity Force Sports. Big relaunch coming soon. So talk about what happened during the first go round, Cam. Was it just frustration? Was it COVID?
No, it wasn't frustration. I was highly motivated and really excited about the product. I'll just kind of circle back. You made a comment about how does it taste. That was probably my biggest worry. I thought it was going to be disgusting. I
Okay.
was worried that the taste wasn't going to resonate with everyone, and it did really well. And it started to breathe, it started to grow, it started to garner a lot of interest from a lot of different organizations. Bare knuckle fighting. I had some interest from the Gronk brothers at one point. So it just
Nice.
kind of started to grow. One of the Shark Tank guys reached out to me, and then the pandemic happened. And I kind of found myself unemployed for several months due to the pandemic and elective surgeries being closed out because of the pandemic. A lot of hospitals were not doing elective surgeries, so that our census kind of shrank. So I just put it on the back burner, right, for a time. And I knew I always was going to go back to it, but it just never was the right opportunity. And like you said, the right circumstances kind of fell into place. I met Nate again. He kind of was the pivotal person pushing me forward, and then obviously meeting Charles, which kind of further energized both myself and Nate to kind of push this thing to where we know it can be. So, we kind of, one of the monikers that we use is that we want to be the Nike of nutrition. Like
Like it.
that's where our vision is going. We want to think of nutritional products and supplements. We want to be in that same conversation as if someone is going to buy shoes. The first brand of shoes that they think about is Nike, right? And so I want to be there in that realm of nutrition. When you think of needing nutrition, a pre-workout, whey protein powder, electrolytes, whatever, we want to be that company.
And let's talk a little more about that. And Nate, and maybe you can help expand on what that product line will be. And as it becomes available, how folks will get it. And you mentioned too, I just keep throwing balls at you to hit back over the net, the taste. What is the go-to market flavor, if we say? Do we expect to expand into other flavors? Because, you walk into any supplement store or some of these even one-stops, things of that nature, they got the stuff all over the place. There's all these multiple flavors, even like Flintstone Pebbles flavors of stuff. And because it is a competitive space. And so I think it's great that with the attitude you have, and you're going right into it, and I think you're approaching it the right way. But go ahead, talk about that a little, Nate.
Absolutely. So right now, The fruit punch flavor for the
Okay.
pre-workout is absolutely amazing. And once again, I was telling you earlier when I tried about 40 different pre-workouts. Let me tell you, all of them had that little aftertaste, or it had that taste that you're just like, all right,
Bitter
I'm just gonna
taste at
just
the
take it.
beginning. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, or they mix it with different supplements just so they could kind of hide the taste. This fruit punch is absolutely amazing. It tastes very, very good. It is something that you just have to try. And when you do, you will be hooked to it. And I guarantee you will be hooked to it not only because of the taste, but because it works. And there's a lot of pre-workouts out there that it may taste good to them, but it may have jitters, or it may there's a box that's unchecked on one of the pre-workouts. Not trying to be biased, but our pre-workout, we check every single box. It works. And what I mean by that is my wife, she's vegan. She doesn't even like pre-workout at all. She's like against it. She's like, I'm not touching it. She tried the Gravity Force Sports Nutrition Fruit Punch before she went to work. She not only she went to work, after work she worked out and she was able to do chores around the house. No crash. She had energy throughout the day. She didn't feel that jittery, that face itching or anything like that,
Back
unlike
of
other
your neck.
products. And the neck, and she didn't feel any of that. And my wife is, when it comes to the supplements, especially her being vegan, she's very particular on certain things. And if it was one little thing, she would have been nitpicking, like, hey, I don't like the taste of that, or I don't like the way it was making me feel. But she was like, oh my gosh, I went to work, I worked out, I did some chores, I feel amazing. Now, are we going to expand on other flavors? Absolutely. Absolutely. The first and foremost, we want to go ahead and get the fruit punch rolled out. We want to get that rolling, and then we're going to go ahead and go into other flavors, but then also expand on other supplements. We live in Arizona, obviously, and
Pickle zone.
everybody's taking, everywhere you go, you're seeing all the liquid IV wrappers all around. It's not the best tasting product. I buy it because it's at Costco. You get a lot more bang for your buck
Sure.
type things. But why not us? What we could do in the supplement industry, we could provide the same benefits as other, if not better, with cleaner products that will work and that will be beneficial for individuals that need to hydrate throughout the year, with either you're doing sports, you're sick, whatever the case is. Electrolytes is key for people that, especially when you're living here in Arizona, that could help you with various types of things. And then, of course, maybe mid 2026, we were talking about protein powder.
Okay.
And I'll let Cam elaborate a little bit on that, because I know he did launch before on that, and it was very successful. We're definitely looking forward to that as well. So 2026 is a very, very big year for us. As the months go by, we are going to be rolling out with more flavors. We are going to be rolling out with more different products. And at the end of the year, it's going to be very, very successful for what we're gonna. It's going to be really big.
Big 26 for Ultimate Pickleball League as well, here with Nate and Cam. So, Cam, back to you. And Nate mentioned alternate flavors. I know we've got the electrolytes coming for to mix in the drink. And you and I were talking briefly about that out at the event a few weekends ago, because it is so important. And we're here, Ultimate Pickleball League, talking a lot about pickleball and how Gravity Force, not only the pre-workout, electrolytes, eventually whey protein, this can help just you all around as an athlete, just a person too, to stay healthy. And go back to this electrolyte drink that's going to be coming out and available as well.
So the electrolyte, Nate and I kind of sat and thought about it. It's already formulated and ready to go, but we want to do something special for our customers, and we're going to open it up and let our customers decide what the next flavor is going to be of the electrolyte. So Nate, we're removing ourselves from the equation, and we're going to let the fans and everybody who likes our products make the decision on what the first inaugural
Nothing
flavor
cranberry. I'm just throwing it
of
out
the
there.
electrolyzer. No cramp. All right, that's off the list. But that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to bring the fans in and let them have a little say so as to where this thing kind of meanders.
That's so cool. And I think, again, that's the way to make it happen. Go ahead right from the get go, engage the people. And next thing you know, you've got a couple of different flavors that are out there from the fan response. And it's what they want. And that's how they're going to go ahead and get it. And where will they get it? Will there be a website? Because the website's coming soon. Talk to me a little more about that. That's still in development there.
So the website should be up and running by the end of this week.
Okay.
We're at the final stages right now where we just need to hit go. And when we do that, it's going to be up and running. We're going to have all the links for everything as far as the pre-workout right now. Now, when we do get the electrolytes, obviously you'll be able to, go to our website, click on the link, and definitely order. So yeah, we will definitely have that on our website. Also, when Cam and I discuss how we're going to do the poll, we're probably going to have that on not only on our website, but we're definitely going to have that on social media as well. The good thing about the electrolytes, we could target so many people with that, various ages from middle school, high school, um, you know, um,
Just like their phones, what does everybody carry with them? And here I've just got the straight, like water bottle here, but everybody has their water bottle. And mine I just didn't get it filled up, and because we got stickers all over it, and just like you mentioned, that's from kids that I pick up every day in the Uber at elementary school to maybe, let's say, more distinguished folks such as Cam and myself on the pickleball court. And so everybody has one, and so it's such a great way to come to market with a trifecta approach: pre-workout, eventually some whey protein there, and a drink supplement is great. Gravity Force Sports, we are going to take over. I mean, got a lot of cities at the UPL we have to introduce to Gravity Force Sports too.
Yes, we're so excited about that. We are so excited, especially, February. We are beyond ecstatic to get our name out there. Cam and I, we talk about it every day. We link up every day. Like, once when this product gets out and once when people start to taste it in different or try it in different cities, our problem, good problem will be to keep in stock with everything that's going on right now with
The
all
good
the
problem is to learn how to get your website back up after it crashes from so much.
yeah,
So
right.
you have to be ready for
Yes.
that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you better be ready because,
Yeah.
again, as it continues to go, timing perfect, and the crossover from not only pickleball but to where you can serve everyone else in the market, which I think is so great. And of course, it is a competitive space, but I can hear it in both of you already, the passion you have for it. And that always is going to take you up to the top and continue to take you where you want to go. We're having a great time right here with Cam and Nate. Now, Cam, I know you're a Sun Devil. Nate, did you say you were from California?
I'm from Washington.
Washington State,
Huskies.
that's right. Okay, UW. All right, go Huskies. Now, they were okay this year. They were okay this year. ASU, another year to go. We might be another year away, but hey, we had a miracle run a year ago, and that was
Yes.
always cool to see. Do you guys pay it to you football fans when we're not working so hard on Gravity Force? What kind of sports else do we like? And do you guys both play pickleball?
No, but I'm very intrigued right now, especially and I was actually at the exhibition, and I was very intrigued.
Pretty high
Yeah,
level
I
play
think
out
both
there.
of us are very competitive. Yeah,
Yes. So
we're very competitive. And like you said, it is a very competitive market. This nutraceutical environment is very competitive, but neither Nate and I are afraid of that because I think there's enough room at the top for us as well. But yeah, so I'm a triathlete. I've done martial arts off and on my entire life. I've played pretty much all the ball sports, football. I ran track, was a high hurdler. So pretty much I've done it all athletically. And I'm still an athlete. I still work out. I still train. Yeah. So pickleball's next.
Well,
Pickleball's next.
when was the last triathlon you ran?
It was probably maybe about 8 years now, 8 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
Tempe Ironman.
The Tempe one? Okay. Nate, how about
Yeah.
you?
So I am all about mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu. So I compete. So that's what I do. That's kind of my thing. Just like Cameron, he trains every day, works out every day. I do the same. I lift weights. Each day is a different day. Leg day, chest day,
Don't say leg.
arm.
Nobody likes leg day.
Nobody likes leg day. That was today though.
Or is it 2 days after leg day? Nobody likes.
Gosh, yeah. I'm gonna feel it on Thursday. I spend most of my time doing jujitsu. My daughter does jujitsu as well, so that's kind of not only our bonding, but that's just something that we both do. We both enjoy doing. We both train and we both compete,
That's awesome.
and it's fun to do something like that when, especially when you get in your 40s and you're just like, this is there's still things to do out there. There's still it's never over. You always got to be active, and that's what I do, and that's why the Gravity Force Sports Nutrition pre-workout is going to play such a pivotal role in not only my everyday regimen, but to the point where I could work out in the morning, go to work, and then go to jujitsu afterwards without feeling that crash at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or midday. This is just going to be a complete game changer. So we're definitely looking forward to that. And also the electrolytes. My daughter takes a lot of, or she does electrolytes because she's an athlete. She does wrestling at her school. So all of her friends are always like, "Hey, we need electrolytes." They have these wrestling tournaments. We need electrolytes, and everybody goes to Costco and gets what they have. But it's our turn now. This is our time. So when people are asking us for electrolytes or asking my daughter for electrolytes or whoever, Gravity Force Sports Nutrition, this is what they're going to be asking for.
That's right.
And when they try it, they're no longer going to go to Costco anymore. They're gonna try our product. They're gonna try our pre-workout. Not the kids, but the adults. Well, the sky's the limit for us, and we're so excited to introduce this to not only the UPL but friends, family, and everybody around the nation. And we're passionate. We're hungry, we're ambitious, and we're ready. We're ready right now. We were ready like a couple months ago. Like Cam said earlier, we're just waiting for the product in hand, and then it's going to be off and running from there.
Exciting times. Cam, go ahead.
Yeah, we're ready. We're primed. We're ready. We're proud and really pleased to have the UPL supporting us and elevating us and pushing us in the platform that we need to be. And we're equally honored to support the UPL and to lend our support however we can to you guys as well. I think it's going to be an amazing partnership as we grow. We hope to grow with the UPL as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an exciting partnership. I think we've only just begun. Down in El Paso coming up in February, that's just our second big major exhibition. And talk about great exposure. 20 teams going to be there. We've already hit on all of the other sports that benefit from a pre-workout, a potential post-workout supplement with the protein, or even before the workout too, however you want to manage the protein intake, and then also with the electrolytes. And Nate, you said something earlier I just want to bring back in the overall aspect of your health. We do live here in Pickle Zona, as I like to call it, where we know it gets hot and it's a dry heat. Hydration is so important. And when you're drinking something and you have a supplement that you can trust, put in your water, it's going to taste good. That, folks, keeps you healthy. Most of us just don't drink enough water. And,
Right.
we want to drink the energy drinks. We want to drink this thing and that thing. And hey, maybe one of those is okay. And sometimes I'm a little guilty of being a little over energy drinked, but putting something great in your water and then just refilling that water, putting a little more in there, it's going to keep you healthy. It's going to help you naturally fight, just these stupid flu things that seem to be all the time. Doesn't matter a season. We got 2 seasons, summer, not summer, but for people all across the country who experience all of those seasons. So just another way to stay healthy, which I think is great because I'm getting a little more distinguished in life, once you cross that 50 hurdle. And, Cam's even a little more distinguished. And Nate, you'll get there someday. And it's just important to keep active and to keep yourself healthy. And gravity force is going to help you do it on all levels. And I think it's great to have the guys here with us. We got to get you playing a little pickleball. I can't wait to get out there with you on the court someday. I don't know that I'm going to keep up with any jiu-jitsu stuff. That's not my speed. But do you watch the fighting too? And do you got a favorite fighter?
So I'm a big UFC fan. That's my thing. I watch the NFL and touch back on what you were saying earlier. You were asking us what our favorite team was. I think Cameron was trying to avoid that question because he likes the Cardinals and I'm a Seahawks fan and we're in the same division. So, I watch the NFL, but I don't have any Seahawks stuff on me right now. I was
Old
trying to
school.
find something, but I didn't want to get deleted from the call, so I won't show any of my blue and green. But I do watch UFC, and my favorite fighter in the octagon, John Jones.
Okay.
I get it, but as a fighter perspective and domination, I would definitely say John Jones.
Fair enough. Good pull. Good pull. Cam, when you're not so focused on all things gravity sports, how do you unwind and it not in the gym? Other things.
Hiking, meditation, chasing my daughter around at her gymnastic events. Yeah.
You said what I wanted to hear. I was hoping I'd get you walking down the path. Didn't you publish a book about meditation and helping people learn how to meditate? Talk to us about that a little bit.
I did. I self-published a small little ebook a couple years ago that one day I'll probably expand on and make a second version of that. But yeah, I've been a lifelong meditator. I've been doing it for over 25 years. It's just part of another part of my fitness, right? The mental health is important, as too is the physical health. So I have a dedicated meditation room in my house, and I sit and anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour sometimes, depending on how much time I have. It's a very integral part of my my life. So
It should be more a part of most people's lives, I believe. Meditation, even if you can discipline yourself to take 10 minutes and just properly allow yourself to get still and to meditate, it's great for just your overall well-being. And so that's why I wanted to bring it up. I saw it on your LinkedIn, or my research team did, I should say, because I think it's so important. We're talking about ways that you can have just overall life health and feel better. And meditation, folks, is a way to do it. And maybe you hit up Cam down the way and we keep pushing him a little further to bring out more of his insights about healthy and great ways to meditate.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it's it's a holistic approach, right? Everything meets in the middle, right? Meditation, physical activity, family, friends, nutrition plays a big part in that. So I definitely try to circle all the points and connect all the dots as much as we can in life.
Well, that's right.
I think
Believe it or not, some people might say we're overstimulated, right? Some people might say we're trying to do too much at once. And that's where it comes back to being able to find your pause. And meditation is so great.
Right.
And I really appreciate a little share of that. We could talk more about that. But we're here talking about Gravity Force Sports. Folks, we got a pre-workout dropping before you know it. It's coming. Fruit punch flavored. There's going to be an electrolyte drink coming. Folks, Gravity Force Sports is going to be everywhere, and you're going to need to try it. If you're a gym rat, you're going to love it. Whether you run triathlons, whether you just ride a bike or swim, whether you're a pickleballer. If you're a pickleballer, trust me, folks, you are going to want to try this great stuff from Gravity Force Sports. I can't wait. And if you're in Texas in February near El Paso, come out to the UPL shootout. Might see the guys. Might be able to get some Gravity Force Sports supplements for yourself.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, we're so excited about that. We're so excited to get everybody get everybody the opportunity to, order their product, try it, and get to the point where we have reoccurring orders where they're hooked and now they're subscribed, and now we have X amount of people subscribed, and now we're at the point where, like you said earlier, we need our website's blowing up. We need to get more
And we need
product.
IT support. We need a whole IT team.
We might need to hire somebody. We might need to get an admin in here. We might need to get a secretary, somebody. But that's the ultimate goal. It's going to happen. It will happen. And not to sound overconfident, but when you try this, you're gonna probably be on, or not probably, you are gonna be subscribing. I
got a
could assure you that.
24-year-old son who's in the gym all the time, played football, won a state championship with Williamsfield High, go Blackhawks. And I was telling him that I was talking with you guys on the show here today. And so I can't wait for him to try and get his perspective. Because Nate, you mentioned 40 different workouts, pre-workouts you tried. I don't know how many different things when he was, playing football, going through everything. He was bringing home different things. Oh, this is the pre-workout. Oh, this is a new pre-workout. Got this one from, and so, yeah, you guys have a great thing with Gravity Sports. And again, timing right, partnering with UPL, being in with pickleball, I think is just a great way to diversify from a lot of the sports where supplements try to penetrate. And it's, it's been great having you right here on the Ultimate Pickle Pod, the podcast of the Ultimate Pickleball League. Before I let you go, anything else we need to hit on, Nate or Cam? Gravity Force Sports, guys joining me here today. Really appreciate your time.
Just all I can say is when we're ready to launch, don't miss any notifications. Keep your eyes on Instagram, keep your eyes on Facebook, keep your eyes open because we're going to announce it on stories. We're going to make posts. So just stay in the know. And I will say soon we're going to have a newsletter on our website where you will get updates and you will get notifications when we do have a new flavor launching or when we have a new product launching. Just make sure to take a look at our social media accounts and definitely subscribe or follow us. We would greatly appreciate the support.
You know it. Look out for all the socials. Get ready for the website to be live. Is it going to be gravityforcesports.com, gravityforce.com? Can we tease that for the folks?
It's gravity dash.
Okay, gravity-force.com. Coming soon, folks. You'll be able to go there. Going to be great. And then also, we forgot, we're going to be able to help determine a flavor of the electrolyte drink, which is going to be super fun. People's input already for Gravity Force. Guys, I really appreciate it.
I think on behalf of both Nate and myself, I want to thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you for the platform and for allowing us on and kind of help us support what we do. And we hope we make everybody proud, not just the UPL, but people such as yourself. Have a high regard for you, Charles. We want to make people proud. We're two humble guys trying to do some great things, and that's most important to us is making our dream, right? Sticking to a plan and seeing it through start to finish.
I appreciate that. That's what it's all about. We're happy to be with you guys, work with you guys. I'm happy to help promote it as best I can and look forward to continued success for both of you, UPL. It's about making you guys proud. That's what's great about this game of pickleball. Connects us in so many different ways. All right, guys, Nate, Cam, Gravity Force Sports, Ultimate Pickleball League Podcast. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. You have a good day. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
You know it. This has been another ultimate episode of the Ultimate Pickleball League Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Nickel Moore. Follow all things Ultimate on our website, ultimatepickleballleague.com, on YouTube at the Ultimate Pickleball League Podcast. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. Be ultimate.